Hey guys, a bit late with this one. I just sort of had it lying around for a while, just didn't film it because I was just far too busy doing other stuff. Work, family stuff, some of the other FlicKr videos that I just want to get out sooner. I know Lego stuff's been lacking on this channel lately, but I'll make it up for it, I promise. But anyway, here's the only Avengers Endgame set or wave of Endgame stuff that I decided to pick up. Because I feel like this is more of a legacy set. This isn't particularly Endgame stuff because this place doesn't exist anymore by the time Endgame rolls along, or before Civil War. So yeah, but it does have some of the iron suits that we never got from the earlier movies before Lego got the Marvel license. And of course this is a location that a lot of Marvel fans have been asking for ages. Bootleg companies have been doing it for a while, and now Lego themselves has finally done one. So how well does the official Lego one stack up against some of the bootlegs, and how nice does it build on its own? Let's find out. So inside the box we do have a sticker sheet here, which you'll see later in the video that I've actually already applied to the set this time. And we also have two instruction booklets. This small one there is only for this Igor build right there, and it's on the last page, still building him. So for people who want to separate the set, I guess you can just keep the base and not keep Igor, whereas the main book here just goes over the main build. Got some parts cards on the back, and that's it really. Yeah, it doesn't actually advertise any of the other Lego Marvel sets. That's curious. So far we still don't have a complete set of all the movie marks just yet. Almost. I saw on So I saw an update from Down the Blocks. They had like a list of all the different marks released by everyone. So if you want to complete your marks, you can go and check them out. And I think there's only like 2 or 3 left in the latest post that they said. So that's cool, I guess. So if you want to collect all the marks, you can't wait for Lego to do that, because they probably won't be releasing that many Iron Man marks anymore since the first 10 years of Marvel movies is over. They might get some more comic book versions of Iron Man, but yeah, this is probably the last movie mark base figures that we're gonna get. So if you want to collect those, you're gonna have to turn to the bootleg stuff, unfortunately. But let's start with the smallest build in this set, and this is Tony's like little robot helper thingy. The build is very small, not really, I won't say it's flimsy, but yeah. So you got the rotating joint there, and he's holding a fire extinguisher, and that's it really. But this is not the first time we've had him. In fact, if you have the Tony Stark's mansion from Iron Man 3, we already had him, and look, he's bigger, he's more substantially built. He doesn't have the wheels on the side though. He also comes with a Mark V suitcase, which this set does not. It comes with a Mark V's minifigure though. So if you wanna showcase Tony Stark getting the suitcase, putting it on into Mark V, you're gonna have to have the old set and the new one. So it's had to be you. This is just a regular like suitcase like piece, so you could just get one and paint it yourself. I remember in the bootlegs they actually had this piece and it was printed instead of stickers, so plus points there. In terms of like articulation and stuff, this one also just has these hinges there, so it's the same. It's just that this one's a bit bigger built and feels a bit more sturdy and substantial, whereas this one, and these wheels are they too small? I don't know. This one's a bit more like cutesy, like this is like the kid or the younger brother of that one. Next up we have our Igor Mark whatever here. I really can't remember what numbers they have, but anyway. A few sticker details there. These legs, yep, they have stickers there, and both arms have a sticker sheet there, which is fine. These are transparent pieces that stick on top. These are transparent stickers with printed details on them, so the blue can shine through instead of painting blue on them, I guess. This face here is printed. Could have been a sticker sheet, but I'm glad it's not, since it's the face and eyes, so it just looks better that way. There's a little bit of a metallic blue shine in the eyes, that's cool. But the overall look of it, his face, I've seen a lot of people complain that it doesn't look quite like the suit, just because this piece is sort of like a generic piece, doesn't look quite right, and yeah, if you're going to compare this to how it looks in the movie, it's going to be a little bit off. The overall build of this thing is solid enough, and there's plenty of articulation to all these ball joints everywhere. You got these 2 for the arms, 2 for the legs. The toes have their own little hinge, and all the fingers are individually articulated. Although it's not really going to hold anything because, well, I mean, look at it. It's just not really. And you've got to look at the back. It's okay, not too messy. And, oh well, there's some extra studs there on the back so you can hold stuff if he needs to. What I really don't like about this is this torso area where the figure stands inside. It's on its own little ball joint and hinge, so even if you have a figure in there, it's going to like be rotating and stuff, and that's really annoying. So let's get a figure in here anyway. Let's just get Mark whatever Infinity War. And so he's in there. His helmet isn't actually pushing against anything, it's the back, so he's going to be constantly leaning forward. If I move his arms back a little bit, can I? No, that's going to make it worse. So move these in and just clamp this up there, I guess, and there you go. Now he's standing inside. But you can still see him, so it's not great. Armor protection, whatever. And I guess this thing is rotating a little bit less because the hands get in the way. So move the arms back down and you can close it. Yeah, I can see I can see why a lot of people really hate this. Including me now. I don't like this a lot. Can this stand quite easily? Yes, with all the ball joints. Can you do a little running pose? You still do a lot of poses with him, so that's fun, I guess, but the actual build and design of it isn't the greatest. Kind of wish he wasn't there, but I suppose if you want to complete the marks, he has to. But kind of wish he wasn't there just so the set was a bit cheaper, because he's not exactly the best designed thing, but it's okay, I suppose. And you also get these two flame pieces, two of these. For those of you who've been collecting Lego for a while, you know the minifigures are the pieces that cost more than the actual bricks. So a lot of the time people will separate the sets and, just sell the minifigures as their own and sell the set for a really cheap price. This is one of those sets where the price of the set without the minifigures is still quite decent because a lot of people want their haul of armors. And this set has been designed to stack more of these together and connect more of them together. For example, first of all, this whole thing is a modular design. This computer screen chair thingy there, just pull that back and it unplugs from the centerpiece. Don't want the centerpiece? Well, you do the same, just pull that back and it unplugs. And now you only have the armor display area, which is all on the arm hinges, so you can open this up. You can make the semicircle bigger, whatever. This chunk there, can I move? And the center one is a little bit more nice just because it's designed to be a bit different from the other one. So if you get more of these sets, you're only going to use the centerpiece once. You're going to have to alter the design just a little bit, not too much, then you can have it fit in, but whatever. So if you want to hold all of these marks, you've got... Now realistically with this set, this one you can easily alter just to be a regular Iron Man display thing, and so is this one. So you just take those two, include them. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have 6 only. The other ones you're going to have to get some parts somewhere else to make your own little Hall of Iron stand because they have other things there. So you got 6. There are something like 50 marks, so if you want to have all of them, you're going to have to buy about 9 sets. If you are going to use some of your own parts or source them somewhere else, then yeah, you can buy a few sets left. But one of the harder pieces to get are these little slope pieces there. These are all shiny like metal, but if you don't care about that, just use any grey ones, then yeah, you can get fewer sets than that. So still a bit of a bummer. Let me just get these iron marks out the way. Now there are some sticker sheets on these windows there. I'm just going to turn this around just so you can see it a bit better. Transparent with a bit of a metallic shine to them. It'll be easy to see there. And the thing about this is there's actually kind of hidden. There's actually something that's kind of hidden behind that block, so you're going to do that to see it. So that's a bit bummer. It's got these different mark numbers on these two, and this one is just, here's a bunch of other designs, random and stuff. The odd thing about this is, I guess they want you to display this like this way, or the other way around. And it's just kind of weird. Like the details are there, but you're not going to see it most of the time. So just kind of odd. And you do have this block here, so you can connect the other pieces any way you want. So that's something you can do. Just have it displayed the other way around. Oh, we almost have a circle here, but no. So on this side, you can hardly see that window, only a little bit of it. And at first I was like, okay, I want to buy a few sets of these just so I can display more armors and whatever, or make this feel more complete. But I kind of don't like the way this is designed that much, actually, now that I look closer at it. Because you don't really see the little screen details. The screen here is far too small, but perhaps you can use this and alter the design a little bit yourself and turn to something else. Some of the ideas I show through here are the hinges and the colors that I like. Got this light blue thing there and the transparent blue underneath there. Not sure what that's for and what it achieves or whatever. So on this side we have a little bit of a hair display there, so you can just get Tony's head and have him unmask himself. As you saw earlier, you have a little stand there for one of the earlier Mark 1 jetpacks, so that's for Mark 1. And then over here you have this piece, you can just attach that. It's got some working equipment. And on this side, I'm not sure what this is, it just looks like that. It's got a gun and thing on it. There's just a stand to display some accessories. Again, I just don't really like the look of it too much. It is quite sturdy once it's on there. we have, I guess, a drinks machine, got some veg in there that's gonna blend and have a little smoothie. And there's a ladder on this side which you can easily be moved, so you can have a full circle of these suits if you want to. And this satellite there, because of the way these things are designed on top, there's only 2 studs available. This satellite likes to fall off very easily, and it gets very annoying. You know, you saw me just messing around with it on camera, and it already fell off, including that piece. So our next module is, of course, this main standing base area. It looks okay from the front. You got these rotating arms that move around to do their thing. But I don't like this too much, mostly because of this piece here. Doesn't bend on anything or move off center because of these 4 handlebars that sort of poke out. Yeah, using this piece, like this net piece, it just kind of looks ugly. I don't like it. I would have preferred like a smooth, like round piece to make it look like glass. Here it just looks kind of odd. Not a fan at all. And finally with our builds, we have this computer center desk thing. I guess that's meant to be like more keyboards and stuff. There's no actual keyboard pieces for this. Again, that's weird. I guess it's true. He does stand in front of these and just does his hand go boom, boom, and just move around in the air. But must have some physical keys somewhere. So we don't have any of that. But whatever. These screens have some sticker sheets on them. This one looks like it has a virtual keyboard. Got some little stats on this side. Ignoring the call from Agent Coulson, that's cute. I like that screen, it's my favorite screen, and just because I like Agent Coulson as well. And on this side is invasion of the Outriders and stuff. So I guess he's just looking at some research from Avengers 1 then, I guess. So the minifigure selection here is actually quite nice. A bit bored of this one because we've already had this with all the Infinity War sets in Mark 50. Underneath there we do have a screen Tony Stark head. And on the other side, we have him in a regular face, so you can attach the hairpiece to him, and it would just look like more Tony Stark unmasked. But still, if you want to have an actual unmasked regular Tony Stark figure, you're gonna have to go back and get the Iron Man 3 sets for that. Just quickly on this side, we have the Outriders, like the mutant monsters from Thanos' army, and the way that they're designed just really reminds me of the green ones from the green monsters from the Justice League Lego sets, because not only do they just have a little claw, not only do they just have a face that just looks like teeth going the whole body is just random alien design, random weird shapes and stuff, and just more bug-like stuff to them. And even this piece here, even this sort of like bug arm thing on the back just reminds me of the creatures from the Justice League. So yeah, I mean, it's good that you get 2 of these though, not just one. It could come with just one, but having 2 is nice. Just it's not army building, but it's better than one. It just feels nice that you can have 2 attacking one suit at the same time, so that's nice. But what's most important are the other 3 suits that we got in here. I guess legacy suits, you could say, from the previous movies that never got a chance to come out. Because, for example, we never had an Iron Man 1 like Lego sets, and we never had Iron Man 2 Lego sets, so it's nice to have these here. All these have just a transparent minifigure head underneath, so nothing too special. So the Mark 1, yes, they used the newer head sculpt that they used for the animated series or comic book ones, and that's absolutely fine because this helmet didn't have, opening stuff. On top of this sort of metallic grey plastic that they used for the entire figure, they also actually printed this nice chrome print on top of that. But the print isn't perfect. There's a little bit of weird sort of little dots and stuff, like it didn't dry quite properly. But otherwise, still looks quite nice and gives off a nice effect that you almost think that the entire helmet is that shiny, but it's not. As soon as you rotate it to the side, you'll be like, oh, it's just a print. Oh, that's a shame. Underneath here, all these details are printed quite nicely, but I would be more excited if bootlegs didn't do these suits already with arm printing and side leg printing, but what we have here from official stuff is done quite nicely. Let's go look at the back. Yep, all messed up and stuff. Looks alright. Finally, I have a Mark 5 here to go with that suitcase that we had for quite a few years now. And, regular Iron Man helmet, so is this one. The mask is printed okay, and the suit itself is printed okay too. The metallic shine there is very nice. And of course, I will be keeping this one instead of any of the bootlegs that I have. Just because the overall print quality is a lot nicer here. Mark 41 here, this whole black suit. I'm glad they didn't just go with another red one. That would have been a bit boring. Just like in the Mansion set, all the suits in there were just the red colored ones. It was oh come on, you have green and blue and all these other colors. So I'm glad here, we do have 2 reds here, but you still have a gray, silver one and a black one, so that's nice. I'm glad they went with this one. Could have gone with any other one, but I guess this one's quite famous, because even Hot Toys make a big deal when they produce this suit in the earlier days. The whole gold lining thing and the details, the little dots in between, the whole print does look quite neat. And the back is quite nicely done as well, so I'm quite glad that this one has an official Lego figure. Overall, I do think this is a nice set, but I wouldn't go crazy rushing out buying 3 or 4 just to build this giant horde of armors. Just the overall shape of these boxes on the back, something doesn't feel quite right. Originally when I saw the promotional photos, I was like, okay, these are smaller and shrunk down compared to all the other stuff that the bootleg guys were doing, but it doesn't look quite right. I think it feels a little bit back to front. I don't know. And you also have these other ones where they've wasted those. They just put other random junk in there, which I think was really not necessary. They could have easily just removed 2 of these and just made it more just suit containers. So you can buy less repeats or just not bother going out, finding your own parts, and you can easily make a full wall of Iron Man armor. But if you just buy one of these, it's still a nice set to have. Just have like a legacy set to cap it all off from all the other Marvel sets you have in the past. The minifigure selection in here is quite nice. Yeah, we do get a repeat here, but you know, there's some extra enemies there, which is always nice to have more of those, just because I had to have multiple sort of army units. Igor is okay here, I guess, just because gotta put him somewhere, and if you were trying to complete all the marks, it's nice that he's here and not like a crazy giant Hulkbuster set. That was just silly how big that figure was. It should have been a smaller figure. So it's nice that the Igor one is a smaller figure here. The actual Iron Man suits, aside from the repeated 50 that we've seen in many of the Infinity War sets, and I get why it's here just to cap it all off, I'm glad we got the other random free marks from past movies that we never got a chance to get a hold of before. Extra little pieces here and there also quite nice. So the overall look of it is quite nice. The figure selection is okay. The price for this is okay. Could have been, I think it's justifiable, and I'm quite happy to have paid the original price for this and got it. The building was fun enough. The whole thing, despite how flimsy it might look, is actually quite secure. If I'm just gonna pick it up from here, see this whole build, it doesn't fall apart at all. So that's quite nice. That's quite good there. I mean, Igor fell off because I was just sort of leaning there, but of all the Lego sets that were released during the release of the Endgame movie, this is the only one that I picked up, and this is the only one I really honestly recommend. Unless you must have every single other set, this is just the only one to get. I'm not too bothered about the Avenger base thing because that's far too miniaturized, has far too much random junk in there. And if you have previous Marvel sets from Lego, then you're most likely going to have most of those minifigures in your collection anyway. So there's nothing unique to there, and being a base set, there's not much base to it. It's nowhere near as good as the Avengers Tower that was released before. The bike that Captain America comes with is just ridiculous, nothing to do with the movie. The original Captain America said the small bike makes sense, but not that one. That's far too big, just looks too clumsy and silly. So yeah, pretty awesome minifigure selection here. The overall build is quite solid despite how flimsy it might look. But I'm still not a big fan of how these ended up. They look really cool on the box art and all the promotional photos, but once I built them and just had them in front of me, I was just like, why are we not seeing more of this window? Why, these designs are all hidden and stuff, and like, it's a bit more bulky than I expect them to be. I can't say they're over-designed because a lot of the bootleg stuff are way more over-designed, more complex than these, but oh, the looks just seems a little bit too simplified, and yet there's still so many pieces in there. I just, not the best. I was originally planning on, hey, I can pick up some second or third sets without the minifigures, it'll be cheaper, just stack these up or have more layers of these. But now that I think about it, I don't want to do that anymore, mostly because of some of these extra side ones where you have to alter find your own parts. But as a set on its own, just one set, I don't regret buying it. It's still quite a nice set on its own. Just I don't want to buy multiple of these anymore just to build up the horde of armors. One of the things you do have to note though, that if you do want to build your own with your own parts, the metallic metal slant pieces, they're probably going to be a little bit hard to get and a little bit annoying, so yeah, be aware of that. But otherwise, it's not a bad set, it's just, it's alright. It's a little bit disappointing, oh well. But compared to all the other endgame sets, the Avengers base, yeah, not a fan of that. The building portion is far too small and they have too much extra junk in it. And that Captain America bike, like, what's going on? This is like something Ninjago or something. One of the previous Bat bikes that was just way too big and somehow still only sits one person. Yeah, a bit silly. So, what do you guys think of this set? Did you pick up any of the other endgame sets? Yeah, leave a comment below and let me know. As always, click the thumbs up and thumbs down button about how you feel about this set, and you can support this channel by turning ad block off or heading over to Patreon and supporting it that way. I'll be filming a few more LEGO videos in the next few days, so stay tuned for that. As always, take care, have a nice day, I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye now.